How are you doing, everyone? Today, I will be discussing mastication and deglutition. Mastication is also called chewing, and it is the process by which food is crushed and ground by the teeth. It is the first step in digestion and increases the surface area of food to allow more efficient breakdown by enzymes. It is also the process where food is crushed and mixed with saliva in order to form a bolus in preparation to swallowing. It is a rhythmical automatic movement similar to breathing or walking and is a characteristic movement that can intentionally be made faster, slower, or even stop. Now, deglutition is also known as the process of swallowing. It is a process involving the movement of substances from the mouth or the oral cavity to the stomach through the pharynx and esophagus. It is an essential and complex behavior learned very early in development. Now we have three stages of deglutition. First, we have the oral phase. It is the first stage of deglutition and it is a voluntary activity. It is also referred to as the buccal phase and achieved when the tongue contracts to force bolus posteriorly into the oropharynx and then up against the soft palate. Second, we have the pharyngeal phase, which is an unconscious action. Here, the tongue first obstructs the oral cavity, then the soft palate and uvula are elevated to block off the nasopharynx from the oropharynx and laryngopharynx. After shortening and broadening, the pharynx will take the bolus. At the same time, the larynx will rise as a result of the contraction of the suprahyoid and longitudinal pharyngeal muscles. This causes the epiglottis to block the trachea, where food enters the esophagus because the upper esophageal sphincter has finally relaxed and opened. Lastly, we have the esophageal phase, and it is the last stage of deglutition. Like pharyngeal phase, it is an unconscious action. Now, following the successive contraction of the three pharyngeal constrictor muscles, which collectively makes up the exterior circular layer of the pharynx, bolus is driven inferiorly from the pharynx into the esophagus. A peristaltic ridge is created by this muscle contraction, and the upper esophageal sphincter will contract and close once the bolus has completely entered the esophagus. So that is all for mastication and deglutition. Thank you for listening to my short discussion.